Hello, this is Monica. This is a demo of my recipe management app built with React. Here, users can browse, add, edit, delete, and favorite recipes all in one place. This is the header with the name recipes, and it also has a button called Add New Recipe. This is the home page. It has two sections. One is Recipe of the Day, and another one is Explore Recipes. Each section has a different card. Different cards has the same data, uh, like image, title, total ingredients that are used to complete that recipe, and time, and the favorite button, edit button, and delete button. These are all common for each and every card. When I click on any of the card, a side panel will be shown. It has image, name, description, and ingredients and a time, and it also has favorite button, edit button, and a delete button. By clicking on the edit button, a separate window will be opened. In this, we can edit name, description, ingredients, sugar, butter, and we can also add new ingredients. Here I am adding new ingredients. By clicking on the update recipe, the recipe will be updated. Oh yeah, recipe will be updated, and we are having the two more buttons called favorite button and a delete button. By clicking on the delete button, that recipe will be deleted from the UI. By clicking on the favorite button, these uh, by clicking on the favorite button, these cards will be shown in the favorite section too. Here I am selecting chicken chip cookies and pancakes, and I selected them as my favorites. By clicking on the favorite section, these will be shown here. This is the sidebar. Here we are having two links. One is a main link, and the second one is favorite recipes link. By clicking on this, it routes to the favorite recipes section. By clicking on the main page, main link, it routes to the main page. And here we are having the one more button called add new recipe. By clicking on this, we can add a new recipe. Here I am adding chicken chicken curry. I am also giving description for that, and I am selecting the ingredients. By clicking on the add new recipe, we need to give the cooking time too. By clicking on the add new recipe, it will be added at the end of the cards. Here, this is the recipe I added. This is the whole design. Let's move to the coding part. In the main parts of the code, this is main.jsx file. This is the main entry point. Here I am using modern React 18. Uh, Next file is app.jsx. Here I set up application routing and global state. The React provider wrap all entire app, making recipe data and functions available throughout. I used React router with a nested root structure where all layout components acts as a shell containing the sidebar and common UI elements. And next file is recipe context.jsx. Here I implement state management using React Context API combined with use reducer hook. This gives us a Redux-like state management pattern without external libraries. The recipe context centralizes all data operations like fetching, adding, updating, deleting recipes, and toggling favorites. And next file is API integration. Uh, this is API integration file, api.js. This API services modules abstract the communication with backend. Here I am using the native fetch API to make HTTP request to our JSON server. This clean separation allows to potentially swap out the backend implementation without changing application logic. Next file is main.js.
Next file is main.js main page component. The main page component displays recipes in a grid layout. It uses React hook like use state to manage local UI state for models and drawers. Here I am accessing global recipe state throughout the use recipes hook. And next file is recipe card component. Recipe card.js. This recipe card component is a reusable UI element that displays a recipe in a card format. Each card shows the recipe image, title, cooking time, action buttons. The component handles various events with proper event propagation control. Uh, Next file is recipe model. Yeah. Next file is recipe model component. The recipe model component handles both adding new recipes and editing existing ones. Here I am using React Form for form management and YEP for validation. The component manages complex nested form state like ingredients with measurements and step-by-step instructions. When submitting, it transforms the data into format our API experts and calls the appropriate context functions. This model shows how I handle the complex form interactions in a user-friendly way. Next, next file is a delete confirmation model, that is delete model.jx. The delete model component provides a confirmation dialog before permanently deleting a recipe. This pattern protects users from accidentally deleting important data. The model clearly states what will be deleted and that the actions cannot be undone. The component demonstrates how I implement safety measures in potentially destructive operations. Next one is recipe drawer. The recipe drawer component displays detailed information about a selected recipe. It slides in from the right. When your recipe card is clicked, the drawer shows the recipe image, description, cooking, details, ingredients, list, and step-by-step instructions. Next is layout and the sidebar JSX. Here, application layout concepts sidebar for navigation and main content area. The layout component uses React Router's outlet component to render different pages based on the current route. The sidebar component, this is the sidebar file. The sidebar component provides navigation links with native state styling based on the current route. This structure keeps our navigation consistent across all pages while allowing page content to change dynamically. Uh, Thank you.